night outside Vanessa's apartment had been unnervingly still, as though the world itself held its breath in dread. The usual city sounds were muted under an oppressive silence, and it felt as if the darkness Ira had spoken of was already weaving its tendrils through the air. Inside the dimly lit room, Vanessa and Ira sat across from each other, the flickering candlelight casting ominous shadows on the walls. Vanessa, a woman grounded in reason, felt her grasp on reality slipping in Ira's presence. He was an ancient warrior with knowledge far beyond her understanding. "Ira," she had whispered, "you spoke of a growing darkness. What is it?" Ira's deep, grave voice replied, "It is a force older than the world, thriving on hatred and fear. It awakens after eons to destroy everything I care for and to break me." When Vanessa asked why it targeted her, Ira admitted she reminded him of Belshaltinana, a woman he had loved and lost to the same darkness. Despite his diminished power, Ira vowed to protect her. Vanessa, overcome by fear but resolute, declared her willingness to help. Together, they faced an ancient, chaotic force threatening to consume the world, clinging to hope against despair. Vanessa's resolve had hardened as she nodded. "Then let's start with what we know," she said. "You said it's coming for me and the people you care about. So, what do we do? How do we prepare?" Ira had hesitated before answering. "We must stay together. The darkness is cunning and will strike when least expected. But if we are together, we stand a better chance." Vanessa, feeling an inexplicable connection to Ira despite knowing him only briefly, said firmly, "Then stay with me. Whatever comes, we'll face it together." Ira's gaze softened. "Thank you, Vanessa. I will protect you with my life, no matter what." Vanessa led Ira to the small room she had prepared, though Ira declined rest, insisting, "The darkness grows stronger, we must be ready." Before she left, Ira warned, "This darkness is a living entity. It will come, and it will show no mercy. You must be prepared." "I understand," Vanessa replied, suppressing her fear. As she returned to her room, Vanessa's reflection in the mirror offered no answers, only the pale visage of someone bracing for the storm. Whispering a quiet prayer, she lay down, knowing the battle had already begun, the darkness watching, waiting to strike. Vanessa drifted into a restless sleep, weighed down by Ira's revelations. Her dreams transported her to vivid, surreal scenes. She first stood before an ancient temple, its grandeur awe-inspiring. The air was thick with incense, chants echoed through its halls, and golden light illuminated walls etched with symbols of forgotten gods. Priests watched her with reverence and sorrow, as if recognizing her. Passing a polished bronze mirror, Vanessa froze. The reflection wasn't her own, but that of a high priestess, regal and sorrowful. A voice whispered, "Belshaltinana," revealing that she and the priestess were one across time. The dream shifted violently to a battlefield. Vanessa saw Ira, his armor tarnished, fighting Persian soldiers with unparalleled skill. His sword cut through enemies as if guided by divine force. The scene morphed again. Ira faced towering giants, their steps shaking the earth. Undaunted, he fought with light-infused strikes. Next, he battled dragons in a storm-lit sky, their fiery breath scorching the ground. Yet, Ira's determination remained unshaken as he brought them down. Finally, Vanessa returned to the darkened temple. Belshaltinana, aged and sorrowful, touched Ira's face as he knelt before her, grief-stricken. "I have always loved you," she whispered, "but my love for the gods has always been greater." Ira's agony echoed in the temple's silence, his plea, "Please, don't leave me," lingering in Vanessa's heart as the dream faded. Vanessa experienced a vivid, haunting dream tied to a dark fate. In a temple, Belshaltinana gave Ira a sad smile and kissed his forehead. "You are stronger than you know, Ira. You will endure, even without me," she said before fading into shadows. Ira, consumed by grief, cried out, his sorrow shaking the temple, while Vanessa, unable to interfere, watched helplessly. The dream shifted to a battlefield where Ira, weary from countless fights, faced a malevolent shadowy figure. As it approached, the ground withered, and the air grew cold. Ira hesitated, his exhaustion evident, and the figure struck him down effortlessly. Vanessa, paralyzed, watched in horror as blood pooled around Ira's lifeless body. The figure then turned to her, whispering, "You cannot escape what you are. You are bound to him, just as he is bound to you. And when the time comes, you will be the one to end him." It lunged, engulfing her in suffocating darkness. Vanessa awoke, drenched in sweat and trembling. The dream, more than a mere nightmare, felt like a warning of battles to come. Staring out at the sleeping city, she vowed, "I will not let the darkness win," even as fear lingered, hinting at an inescapable fate.